It's 2:14 a.m. The room is dark. The house is still. Then, a sharp, stabbing pain shoots through your leg. You jolt awake. Your calf is locked, twisted, screaming. You reach down, groaning, trying to stretch it, breathe through it, shake it loose. You sit on the edge of the bed, rubbing the muscle, wincing. Your heart is pounding. You whisper under your breath, "What the hell was that?" And maybe, like most men, you chalk it up to age. Or maybe you blame your mattress, your sleep position, your lack of stretching. That's what we've been told to think. But what if I told you, the real reason might have been something you ate? Not tonight's workout. Not how you sat. Not even how long you slept. But what was on your dinner plate? Because here's what I've seen again and again in men over 60, some of the worst leg cramps don't start in the muscle. They start in the kitchen. With foods we were told were safe, normal, maybe even healthy, but under the surface, they're doing something different, stripping away your minerals, tightening your blood vessels, overstimulating your nervous system, and all of that builds and builds until your calf locks up like a steel cable in the middle of the night. Not because you didn't stretch. Not because of a vitamin deficiency. But because certain ingredients in your food silently triggered a chain reaction in your body. This video isn't about fear. It's about truth. Because if you've been suffering from leg cramps, especially severe ones at night, I want you to know, you're not weak. You're not broken. You're likely being misled. There are 3 common foods men over 60 eat every day that could be making their cramps worse. And the worst part? Most of them are hiding in plain sight. So let's uncover them. Let's break down the real science. And more importantly, let's talk about what to eat instead, so you can sleep better, move freer, and feel like yourself again. Let's start with the biggest lie we've been told. If it says, low fat, or heart healthy, it must be helping you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your pantry, or your fridge, and thought, I eat pretty clean, I'm not doing anything crazy? You're not eating fast food every night. You cut back on sugar. You're trying to do the right thing. And yet, the cramps keep coming. Your legs still tighten up at night. Sometimes it's your calves. Sometimes your feet. Sometimes your thighs feel like they're being pulled inward. So what gives? The truth is, it's not about junk food anymore. For many men over 60, the problem comes from everyday foods that look healthy, but behave very differently inside your body. Warning: these are foods that do 3 dangerous things. Strip away your minerals, the very electrolytes your muscles need to relax, cause fluid to pool outside your muscle tissue, creating pressure and tension, disrupt your nerve signals, making your muscles fire without warning. And the worst part? Most of these foods are in your kitchen right now. You might have eaten one this morning. Another with lunch. And the third one? It might be your go-to snack before bed, the very time your body is most vulnerable to cramps. Let me give you an example. I once had a patient, Richard, 67, from Arizona. He was a retired truck driver. Calm guy. Sharp wit. He told me he was getting cramps every night, sometimes so bad he'd have to stand in the shower just to calm his legs. I asked about his routine. He said, I don't eat junk, doc, just turkey sandwiches, yogurt in the morning, a little snack at night, usually pretzels or crackers. Sounds reasonable, right? Until we looked deeper. The turkey? Deli meat, loaded with sodium phosphate and preservatives. The yogurt? Flavored, with added sugar and artificial sweeteners. The pretzels? A sodium bomb with 0 magnesium or potassium. And his water intake? Less than 3 cups a day. He was eating what millions of men think is a clean, simple diet. But in reality, every bite was draining his muscles, not feeding them. Brain, that's the daily mistake. You're eating foods that look harmless, but under the surface, they're triggering the very cramps that rob your sleep. And because they're packaged to look healthy, no one tells you otherwise. But here's the good news, you don't have to give up flavor. You don't need to cut everything out. You just need to know what to watch for, and how to swap smart. Up next, I'll explain exactly why your muscles react to what you eat, and how just one ingredient can make the difference between sleeping through the night, or waking up in pain. If you've ever thought, how could a sandwich or a snack cause my legs to cramp? Let me show you how it really works. Because cramps aren't just about movement. They're about signals. And what you eat has the power to strengthen or scramble those signals. Brain, here's the simple science. Every time your muscles move, even when you're asleep, they rely on 3 things: electrolytes, minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium, nerve signals, instructions from your brain telling the muscle to contract or relax blood flow, to deliver oxygen, remove waste, and keep cells healthy. Now here's where food comes in. Warning: the wrong foods can disrupt all 3. Let's say you eat something loaded with hidden sodium, like deli meat or chips. What happens? Sodium pulls water out of your muscle cells. That creates tension, like stretching a rubber band too tight. Meanwhile, your kidneys start dumping potassium to balance the salt, leaving you deficient in one of the key minerals that prevent cramping. Now, mix in some added sugars or artificial sweeteners. They cause a spike in insulin, followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar. And what do your muscles need to stay calm? Stable energy. So now they're low on potassium, stiff from dehydration, starved for fuel, and your nervous system is firing in overdrive, trying to correct the imbalanced guitar metaphor. Your muscles are like guitar strings. Imagine your muscle as a string on a guitar. The tension needs to be just right. If it's too loose, it won't respond, but if it's too tight, it snaps, or cramps. When you eat foods that dehydrate you, drain minerals, or spike your blood sugar, it's like tightening that string too much. Your body is still trying to play the same song, but the string can't hold. So what does it do? It locks. It pulls. It sends pain signals to your brain, not because it's angry, but because it's overwhelmed. Handshake: the truth is this: your food doesn't just feed you. It programs your muscles. What you eat controls the softness of your tissue, the stability of your nerves, the way your legs move and cramp while you sleep. The good news? Once you understand this, you gain power. Because food can either trigger a cramp or prevent it entirely. And now that you understand the biology, let me walk you through the first major offender, a food group most men eat daily, without ever realizing how much sodium is hiding inside. It's time to talk about the hidden sodium bombs. Let's talk about something that seems innocent, even healthy, but quietly wreaks havoc on your muscles: sodium. Now, sodium itself isn't evil. You actually need it to live. But the problem is, we're getting way too much of the wrong kind, from the wrong places, at the wrong times. And when you're over 60, that overload doesn't just affect your heart or blood pressure, it goes straight to your muscles. Warning: here's how it works. When you eat foods high in hidden sodium, your body holds onto water, but outside your cells that creates swelling, stiffness, and pressure inside the muscle at the same time. Your kidneys start flushing out potassium and magnesium to try to rebalance the system. This leaves your muscles dry on the inside, but bloated on the outside. Add poor circulation on top of that, and you've got the perfect storm for a leg cramp at 2 a.m. And yet, most men have no idea how much sodium they're eating, because it's not coming from table salt. Salt, the real danger? Hidden sodium in normal foods. Here are the worst offenders I see in most kitchens. Canned soups and vegetables, even low-fat or light versions, can pack over 900 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's almost half your daily limit in just one bowl. Deli meats, turkey, ham, roast beef, lean protein, yes, but preserved with sodium phosphate. These chemicals are not just salty, they can irritate the nervous system and stiffen vascular tissue. Store-bought sauces and dressings, ketchup, barbecue sauce, bottled salad dressing, 1 tablespoon can contain 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, and nobody stops at 1 spoon. Low-fat, frozen meals marketed as healthy, but loaded with salt for flavor compensation, often over 1,000 milligrams of sodium in a single tray. Brain, think of this visually. Your muscle cells are like grapes, full of water, flexible, ready to move. But when sodium floods the system, they become raisins, dry, tight, and prone to snapping. And if you've been eating these sodium-heavy foods for years, it's likely your muscles have been dehydrated for years, too. That's why cramps seem to come out of nowhere. They're not random. They're the outcome of quiet, daily overload. Checkmark what to do instead. Here's how to reduce sodium without giving up flavor or satisfaction. Lemon. Use lemon, garlic, herbs, or vinegar instead of bottled sauces. Bowl with spoon. Make your own soups using low sodium broth or bone broth. Leafy green flavor with potassium-rich seasonings like dried parsley, turmeric, or cumin. Cut of meat. Choose fresh meats over processed deli cuts. Droplet. And most importantly, increase water intake when you do have a salty meal. To protect your muscles, you don't have to cut all sodium. You just have to stop letting it hide in plain sight. Because once you reduce the overload, you'll start to notice something powerful. Your legs feel lighter, your sleep gets deeper, your nerves stop firing randomly, and your confidence begins to return. Now let's move to the second major food group that surprises most men: sugar. Yes, even the kind in your breakfast yogurt or energy drinks. Let's talk about another silent cramp trigger, and it's sitting in your breakfast bowl, your coffee cup, maybe even your healthy snacks. That trigger is sugar, especially when it comes in quick, sneaky, and refined forms. Now, you may not be eating donuts or candy bars. But if you're over 60 and still having sweetened yogurts, flavored cereals, energy bars, or fruit juices, your body could be stuck in a loop that ends, night after night, with a seizing leg muscle. Candy. Why sugar causes cramps? Yes, really. When you eat something high in sugar, or even just a food that breaks down into sugar quickly, here's what happens. Blood sugar spikes, your glucose shoots up, giving you a temporary burst of energy. Insulin follows, your pancreas releases insulin to bring the sugar back down. Crash. That blood sugar drops fast, and with it goes your cellular energy, especially in your muscles. Muscle stress begins. Without stable energy, your muscles, particularly your legs, start twitching, misfiring, or locking up during rest or sleep. Downward trend. The crash is the real danger. That post-sugar drop leaves your body dehydrated, mineral deficient, and operating on unstable fuel. It's like stepping on the gas and slamming the brakes, over and over. Your muscles get confused. Your nerves become hyper-reactive. And the cramps creep in when your system is weakest, at night. Honeypot. Common sugar bombs. Men over 60 are still eating. Flavored yogurt. 1 serving often has 15 to 20 grams of added sugar. That's more than half your daily limit. Before lunch, healthy cereals and granola marketed as heart smart or fiber rich but filled with high glycemic sweeteners like honey, cane syrup, or molasses. Energy bars or protein shakes meant for pre-workout teens, not recovering adult muscles, often packed with glucose, maltodextrin, and artificial sugars. Sports drinks or vitamin waters claim to hydrate, but sugar cancels out the benefit and may trigger more fluid loss through insulin response. Repeat button. The vicious cycle. Eat sugar. Crash. Muscles fire in confusion. You lose sleep, wake up tired, reach for more sugar. That cycle keeps your muscles tight, your nerves overstimulated, and your body underfueled where it matters most. Checkmark what to eat instead. You don't have to cut out all sweetness, but you do need to stabilize your energy curve. Try these swaps. Strawberry plain Greek yogurt plus berries, no crash, full of potassium and protein bowl with spoon overnight oats with chia seeds. Slow burning carbs, loaded with magnesium teacup cinnamon tea. Supports blood sugar balance, with a subtle natural sweetness banana half a banana with a handful of pumpkin seeds. Before bed for muscle-friendly fuel bullseye. Why this matters. When your blood sugar is stable, your muscles relax, nerves calm, cramping stops, sleep improves. Your body doesn't want a sugar spike. It wants a slow, steady rhythm, the kind that helps you wake up rested, not rubbed raw from a midnight cramp. And once you tame the sugar roller coaster, you'll likely start sleeping through the night, without that painful alarm from your calves. But there's still one more offender we need to talk about, and this one is hiding in the most colorful, crunchy snacks on your shelf. Artificial additives. This one might surprise you. Because it's not a food group, it's a category of chemicals hiding inside the foods you trust. I'm talking about artificial additives. The preservatives, colorings, flavor enhancers, and synthetic ingredients that don't nourish your body, they irritate it. And for men over 60, whose nervous systems are already more sensitive due to age, inflammation, and circulation issues, these additives can quietly turn your muscles into landmines. Warning: here's how it works. When you eat something processed with artificial ingredients, even in small amounts, you may experience overstimulation of nerve endings, disruption of calcium and magnesium balance in muscle cells, increased inflammation in vascular tissue, and unpredictable cramping. Especially at night, you might not feel it right away. But hours later, when your body is trying to sleep and repair, your nerves don't shut off. They keep firing. Your muscles keep twitching. And eventually, they seize. Test tube: where do these additives show up? They're not just in junk food. They're in common household snacks and drinks, even some labeled as low-fat or light. Watch out for flavored chips and crackers, especially ones with bright colors, or cheddar dust, often loaded with monosodium glutamate, MSG, and artificial dyes. Colored sodas and sports drinks contain synthetic dyes like red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. These dyes are linked to neuroexcitation, which means your nerves overfire and struggle to calm down. Packaged snack cakes or diet desserts use preservatives to extend shelf life. These chemicals stress your liver and nervous system. Result: poor sleep, twitchy legs, and random cramps. Frozen TV dinners, even the healthy ones, often contain additives for texture, color, and flavor retention. You won't taste the chemicals, but your muscles will feel them. Man health worker. Real story. Gerald, 68, retired firefighter. He came to me with a very specific complaint. Doc, it's like my legs jump on their own when I try to sleep. I feel jolted every night. We checked his minerals, normal. Blood pressure, stable. Mobility, good. But then I asked, what's your bedtime snack? He smiled. I like a little crunch. Some flavored chips. Maybe a diet soda. It helps me unwind. We swapped that out for roasted chickpeas and chamomile tea. Within 4 nights, his leg jolts stopped. Within 2 weeks, his sleep was deep and unbroken. All because we removed the additives that were agitating his nervous system. Checkmark. What to do instead: you don't have to live without flavor or crunch. But choose snacks that calm, not trigger. Try these instead. Peanuts, dry roasted nuts or seeds, high in magnesium, no additives. Herb air popped popcorn with olive oil and turmeric, anti-inflammatory, no fake cheese dust. Banana with almond butter, calming, replenishing, naturally sweet. Teacup chamomile or tart cherry tea, supports nerve relaxation and deeper sleep. Man in lotus position. The big takeaway: if your nervous system is agitated, your muscles will follow. And at night, when your body's trying to repair, these chemicals keep the alarm bells ringing. But once you clear the additives out, your muscles calm down, your sleep resets, and your cramps fade, sometimes in less than a week. Now that you know the 3 biggest dietary triggers, Let me show you what to eat instead, the simple plate that restores balance and helps you rebuild your nights, your strength, and your confidence. Now that you know what to avoid, let's shift the focus. Because the goal isn't just to remove what harms you, it's to restore what heals you. And the truth is, the right foods don't just prevent cramps. They help rebuild circulation, calm the nervous system, and give your muscles the nutrients they've been missing for years. Let's build a plate that supports your body the way it's asking for. Simple. Clean. Restorative. Cooking breakfast, fuel for blood flow and nerve calm. Start your day with foods that nourish your blood vessels and stabilize your energy. Checkmark soft-boiled or scrambled eggs rich in B vitamins and leucine, supports nerve function and muscle repair. Checkmark half an avocado loaded with magnesium and healthy fats, keeps arteries flexible and muscles relaxed. Checkmark 1 ripe banana high in potassium, balances fluids and prevents early morning cramping. Checkmark optional. Herbal tea, like ginger or rooibos, instead of coffee, supports circulation without overstimulating nerves. Why it works. This combo gives you healthy fats, clean protein, and mineral balance, the foundation for muscle and vascular health. Green salad lunch, balanced energy, no crash. Lunch should support steady energy without sugar spikes or sodium overload. Checkmark grilled chicken or salmon protein to support muscle rebuilding. Omega-3s reduce inflammation and support blood flow. Checkmark sweet potato or quinoa complex carbs rich in potassium and magnesium, energy without the crash. Checkmark steamed greens, spinach, kale, or Swiss chard, packed with calcium and natural electrolytes, help muscles contract and relax efficiently. Checkmark lemon water or unsweetened iced herbal tea keeps you hydrated and replenishes minerals. Fork and knife with plate dinner. Anti-cramp recovery fuel. Dinner is your chance to nourish the body before sleep, when most cramps happen. Checkmark steamed or baked fish, cod, trout, or mackerel, light protein to fuel overnight repair without digestive stress. Checkmark roasted or steamed sweet potatoes, one of the best natural sources of magnesium and potassium, helps prevent blood sugar drops that trigger cramps. Checkmark sautéed zucchini or asparagus with olive oil, healthy fats plus antioxidants to protect muscles and blood vessels. Checkmark handful of pumpkin seeds or a spoonful of almond butter rebuilds your mineral stores for the night. Checkmark 1 glass of warm water before bed prevents dehydration without overloading your bladder. Spoon evening optional support. The anti-cramp bedtime snack. Checkmark plain Greek yogurt plus chia seeds plus cinnamon protein plus magnesium plus blood sugar stability. Checkmark or checkmark banana slices with almond butter, potassium plus healthy fats plus natural nerve calmers. Brain. Why this works. Each of these meals supports what your muscles and nerves need most. Electrolytes to maintain fluid balance. Anti-inflammatory fats to relax vessels, slow digesting carbs to prevent energy dips, protein to repair the tissue, and water to keep blood moving smoothly. And when you eat this way, you stop waking up with cramps, you fall asleep faster, your legs feel lighter, your confidence returns. This isn't a diet. It's not restriction. It's a way of giving your body what it's quietly been begging for. You don't have to be perfect. But every smart choice is a message to your muscles. You're safe now. We're restoring you. Up next, I'll leave you with a final reminder, and an invitation to make one simple change today that could transform how you sleep tonight. Let's step back for a second. This isn't just about food. It's about a feeling. That feeling when your leg locks up in the dark and you don't know why. That moment of pain, confusion, and helplessness. You deserve better than that. And you don't need to overhaul your entire life to get there. You don't need perfection. You just need to start with one simple swap. Fork and knife, one snack for another. Chips, right pointing arrow, roasted almonds, flavored yogurt, right pointing arrow, plain Greek yogurt plus berries, droplet, one drink for another. Soda, right pointing arrow, herbal tea, juice, right pointing arrow, lemon water, green salad, one meal at a time. Processed meats, right pointing arrow, grilled fish, frozen dinner, right pointing arrow, real food with color and minerals. Because here's the truth. Every cramp your body sends is a message. Not punishment. Just a gentle alarm saying, I need something different, and now, you know what that is. You've seen the foods that sneak in sodium, spike your sugar, agitate your nerves, and you've seen how simple foods, eggs, avocado, sweet potatoes, pumpkin seeds, water, can help restore balance overnight. Speech balloon. So here's my invitation to you. Tonight, just make one change. One swap. One signal back to your body that says, I hear you. I'm here for you. Let's rebuild. You're not too late. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're just dehydrated. Overloaded. Out of rhythm. And that can change faster than you think. If this message spoke to you, if you recognized even one food you know you need to let go of, right finger comment the word swap below. Let me know you're ready. Let someone else know they're not alone. Because there are thousands of men, just like you, quietly waking up in pain. Wondering why. And now, we have the answer. Let's help each other feel strong again. Sleep deep again. And move freely like we were meant to. One meal. One habit. One healing at a time. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.